This Bose Acoustimass 10 system is the easiest way to get rich, room-filling sound without a rack of speakers taking over your living room, but let me explain why. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I've been demoing home theater gear for years, and most all-in-one bundles either sound thin or look like they belong in a 1998 electronics catalog. Bose's Acoustimass 10 hits the sweet spot. It's compact, sounds full, and the price is easier on the wallet than running separate towers and a sub. If you've ever wanted that cinematic boom without the clutter, this is the kit to grab. First, the footprint is tiny. The 5 satellite speakers are about the size of a coffee mug. Each one has a slim direct reflecting grille that blends into the wall color. The powered Acoustimass module is the only thing that needs floor space, and it's barely bigger than a showbox. I set this up in a 12 by 14 living room last weekend. The whole system fit on a single shelf behind the couch and the TV still mounted right where I wanted it. Sound-wise, the low end is the star. The module has 2 5¼ drivers firing downward into a ported cavity, so you feel the punch of explosions and the depth of a cello without the boom rattling the china in the next room. I ran the Jurassic Park theme through it and the T-Rex footsteps actually made the floorboards hum. At the same time, the satellites handle dialogue and mid-range with surprising clarity, no metallic edge, just smooth vocals that stay intelligible even when the score swells. Setup is literally plug and play. Every cable is color-coded and labeled left front, right surround, etc. The manual walks you through a 5-minute hookup. Plug the satellites into the Acoustimass box, run the single optical cable from your TV, and you're done. I had a friend who's never wired a speaker system before up and running in under 10 minutes, and he didn't need a second opinion. The volume knob on the back of the module is a nice touch. If you like to keep the living room quiet during late-night movies, you can dial the system down without losing the bass texture. I also like that the LFE sub-out level is adjustable, so you can fine-tune how much rumble you want without touching the main TV volume. I tested it with everything from Netflix to vinyl records via a small Bluetooth receiver I plugged into the optical input. Dialogue stayed crisp, the strings on Miles Davis records had body, and the explosions in Marvel movies didn't drown out the score. It's not a full Dolby Atmos rig, but for the price it delivers the kind of immersive experience that makes you forget you're listening to a compact system. Now, it's not perfect. The satellites are plastic, so if you're the type who likes to slam them against the wall during parties, you might want to baby them. Also, if your room is huge or has a lot of hard surfaces, you'll want to spend a few extra minutes positioning the surrounds and maybe adding a little acoustic treatment, otherwise the highs can get a bit splashy. Finally, the bass, while punchy, isn't the last word in sub-bass extension. If you're a dubstep fan who needs chest-thumping 20 Hz, you'll eventually want a dedicated sub. But for 90% of living room movies and music, the Acoustimass 10 keeps it simple and sounds great. Link is below if you want to grab the details. So if you're ready to ditch the speaker clutter and still get that room-filling sound, this Bose bundle is the easiest way to do it. For most buyers, the real question is not whether Bose Acoustimass 10 Series V home theater speaker system, black sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like the best-performing Acoustimass system from Bose delivers and redesigned direct reflecting Series 2 speakers have a slimmer actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off. It is also smart to think about long-term satisfaction. A product like Bose Acoustimass 10 Series V home theater speaker system, black usually feels like the better buy when it stays convenient, comfortable, and reliable in normal everyday use instead of only looking good in the listing.